Hey YouTube, it's Tyler the Antenna Man, and today I'm going to test out and review this indoor amplified TV antenna that claims 150-mile range. I purchased this antenna because it was the first model that came up when searching the keywords HD antenna or 150-mile antenna, which means a lot of people are purchasing it. Unfortunately, the reality is that many people who are searching for an antenna for the first time are looking up a 150-mile range antenna and an HD antenna, when the fact of the matter stands that neither really are a thing. HD antennas aren't a thing because antennas aren't designed for HD broadcasts. They're designed for specific frequencies, usually on the UHF and VHF band. I'm going to use this antenna as a quick example to show you what antenna elements you usually need to pick up UHF and VHF TV channels. VHF TV channels broadcast on channels 2 through 13 and typically require a longer element to pick up, like this little rabbit ear antenna, these kind of elements here. And then UHF typically requires a smaller antenna element to pick up the frequencies, like this little circle and sometimes X's on antennas. This antenna, along with most flat antennas, does not have a long enough element for VHF TV frequency, so it's probably not going to pick them up that well. But who knows? And another thing I want to mention about this antenna is the 150-mile claim. That's not really feasible under most conditions because TV signals tend to fade about 70 to 80 miles over the horizon due to the curvature of the Earth. Despite this fact, I still see dozens upon dozens of antenna models out there claiming a 150-mile range and misleading people into buying them thinking they're getting a superior antenna, when in reality they're probably getting a piece of junk. In fact, I feel that there are a group of executives out there that are saying Americans are dumb, they don't know better. So if we put a 150-mile range on our antennas, they'll buy them. In fact, they think HD antennas are a thing. We're gonna be rich. The funny thing about this antenna is that there's no brand in the title or on the box. The only thing I could find is the store name Drill Top that sells it. Another funny thing about this antenna is on the box it shows Nickelodeon as one of the channels that you can pick up with this antenna. I'm guessing the company that made it didn't do their research to see what channels you can get over the air in the United States. Nickelodeon is not one of them. So without further ado, I'm now going to test this antenna in the same location I tested out various other antenna models on several TV stations both on the VHF and UHF band, broadcasting about 45 miles away. For those of you that are seeing me for the first time, you may be thinking, hey, it may do well. I mean, after all, it has 4.5 stars on Amazon. But for those of you that have followed me for a while, you probably know what the results are going to look like. Here's a list of the stations along with their RF channels and their signal strengths on the last two antennas I tested out on my YouTube channel. On the left side, you'll see the type of diffraction on the TV station. One edge means single edge diffraction, or one ridge between me and the transmitter weakening the signal. LOS means line of sight with virtually no obstructions in the way. You can also find the results of various other indoor antenna models, including the Clearstream 2 Max and Mohu Leaf, by checking out my other videos. The signal strength on WNEP, which broadcasts on UHF channel 50, was a bit higher than the GE model but lower than the 1x1 antenna model, at around 59% with this antenna. WYOU, which broadcasts on VHF channel 13, was not able to be picked up with this antenna, likely because it doesn't have any VHF elements. The same holds true for WBRE, which broadcasts on VHF channel 11. It was not able to be picked up at all with this antenna, even after I moved it around a bunch, likely because it does not have any VHF elements. The signal strength on Fox 56, which broadcasts on UHF channel 22, was a bit higher than the GE model, but about the same as a 1x1 antenna. This is probably the strongest station that I pick up. This antenna was not able to pick up WNJB's low-powered repeater station. However, most antennas do have trouble with this, but it's not an excuse. This antenna could not pick up the VHF stations that most of my other antennas can get. Do not buy this antenna. It's junk. Nothing more than some aluminum foil coated in plastic with a cheap amplifier that probably just makes things worse. I did try out this antenna both with and without the attached amplifier, and it still performed poorly. It's a prime example on why you should not buy an antenna based on the mileage range that the antenna company is promising. Think about it. This antenna claimed a 150-mile range, yet it performed worse than an antenna I tested out that claimed 30-mile range. This is one of the reasons why I spend hours each day on my YouTube channel, to give people good insight on what antennas work well for an urban, suburban, and rural setting. This antenna will probably not work well for anything except maybe using it as a replacement for toilet paper if your local grocery store is out of it due to the coronavirus. Thanks again for watching my YouTube channel, and again, don't buy this antenna, it's junk. I do have several other indoor antenna reviews on my YouTube channel that you're free to check out. I will be posting some more coming up in the next few weeks, so if you're stuck in an apartment or do not want to deal with an outdoor antenna, make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that way you can get updates on when I post these antenna reviews. If you're on Facebook, like my Facebook page at facebook.com/AntennaManPA. Thanks again for watching and have an awesome day.